Okay, we are now on Spreaker on GJRB Online. On the GJRB Online Network, we flipped over to audio only from the GJRB Online Network on Spreaker. We were, over the past hour and a half, doing the GJRB TV YouTube channel, the Gary Russen program, and the picture froze and everything froze, so the CPUs were too high or something, and fortunately, we had to terminate transmission over on the YouTube side. So we are now back over on the Spreaker, which I had planned on doing in case that were to happen. I was going to flip back over to the radio end of things and do radio probably the rest of the way. I don't know if I'm going to go back on. I might go back on YouTube. I have to more or less take a break, and I have to more or less take a break at the top of the hour and do a Fox News, or maybe like at 5:30, maybe why don't we do this? At 5:30, approximately 5:30, we'll flip over back to YouTube for one more half hour. Okay, we'll do it that way. And, I got to give it credit. I really should give it credit, because I stayed on the air for over an hour and a half on YouTube. Non-stopped. Really, all I did was take my regular breaks and everything like I usually do, but I happened to be able to stay on YouTube for well over an hour and a half, which is not bad for this computer, really, to stay on an hour and a half doing a YouTube feed, which I think maybe perhaps when I do this YouTube stuff, I think I'm going to do that. I'm just going to do maybe an hour and a half only video, and maybe an extra half hour, so maybe just 2 hours of video only, and then just go to radio, because I think that it might be better if I do that than to attempt to try to do a full 3 hours on YouTube, which I don't think that's going to happen unless I have some kind of maybe a better memory system or something to be able to pull that off. But I happen to at least get well over an hour and a half. So what I'm going to do in this situation, as I told you before on the video side of things, I'm going to do only 2 hours on YouTube. That's all. I'll do 2 hours on YouTube, and then the third hour, or like I was going to do really, is going to bounce between doing YouTube for an hour, going on here radio, and then do the last hour on back on YouTube again. Was what I was going to do. But I thought, well, I'll use the local breaks to re-upload, because what I'll probably have to do is reboot the computer again in order to get back into my YouTube channel, or back into to restream. Because what happens is, after that happens, what usually will go on then is that I will try to attempt to click back into the XSplit broadcaster, but it won't come up unless I reboot the computer. So I might have to do that, in which case I would have to maybe temporarily go off the air on the Spreaker here. But I'm going to just see right now and stay on the air here and do just radio, because even if I'm just doing radio here on Spreaker, the program is still on YouTube, on the GJRB TV YouTube channel, because I have this program routed to upload automatically to YouTube anyway. So you'll still be able to hear me on YouTube, on the GJRB TV YouTube channel, but you won't see me unless I reactivate the video stream. So right now, that's where we're at now. We're on the radio now, on the GJRB online network, the Gary Russen program, and thank you for tuning in. I hope you're enjoying the program. This portion being brought to you, of course, by KALA Radio, and also being brought to you by Spreaker, Spreaker, Spreaker. Where you could be a part of this too. You can actually put an application in and just go in, sign up, and you can get your program on there. It's absolutely fabulous, and it's a great way to get your show out there. It's great. I love doing this, and I had a good time in that first hour and a half. And yesterday I was on the air last night doing a live stream public to see how everything was going to work out. And I knew I had this feeling that it was going to freeze up on me. Even though I managed to pull off an hour and a half, like I said, not bad. Not bad at all. But I think what I'm going to do, and I made the decision now that if I'm going to do anything video on YouTube, to doing this program, it's going to be only for 2 hours. That's all. And then we'll do the third hour on the radio, or we'll sandwich a radio. We'll do sandwich YouTube video, second hour radio, third hour back on YouTube, which I think that's how I might do that. I'm going to try to push for an hour and a half like I did today. That wasn't bad. I did like that a lot. I think it was pretty cool. We were just on the air for a full straight hour and a half. And I was able to, and it was right after the Weather Nation segment that it froze. So I decided, well, why don't we just get out of it and we'll continue on the radio. So that's where we're at right now on GJRB Online. And we'll stay here. Let's just stay here till the end. So if you are following me, you're listening to me, or you're catching me, you missed me, you can still watch the video of the first hour and a half of this program on YouTube if you subscribe to the GJRB TV YouTube channel and hit that thumbs up button. Love to hear from you. And also, please do hit that like button, because then at least I get some likes on there. I wasn't getting anybody in the chat room on there, which that kind of figures. But at least I did a pretty good hour and a half without having to reflip like I do here on Spreaker, which is kind of like that a little bit. But here I am, and I think I'm going to stay here. I don't think I'm going to do any more video today. It's a Freestyle Friday, and we did pretty good in that first hour and a half. So I'm just going to go ahead and finish this show on the radio, on the GJRB online network here on Spreaker, and we'll wrap it up here. Okay? Alrighty, let's see. So no more video for the rest of the day. I am going to just stay on here and do the rest of the show on the radio here on GJRB Online, here on Spreaker. And give me a chance to be able to throw in an Eddie Money song. I think I can just pull that up here on my YouTube channel and see if we can do that. I used to have a YouTube shortcut. Okay, well, let's just pull that up and do that. I'm going to go ahead and go back to that Eddie Money. I can pull that up now. I just played a short version of that on my video side, so I should have it in the history. And pull that up all the way through. Take a musical break. Once again, early this morning, Eddie Money died of esophageal cancer, stage 4, this morning. And another great musical legend gone. Absolutely sad to hear this, because he was his music was great. Loved a lot of his songs, and it was great to. Oh shoot! Okay, I want to go back. I don't want that. Okay, look at that. An hour and 24 minutes according to YouTube for my video side. It's on there, and it has 3 views. 3 views. That's not bad. So we'll check that out later, watch it back, because it did end in silence. Because for some reason I did have my microphone on. So, but oh well, you know how that goes. You're listening to the Gary Russen program, Freestyle Friday edition, formerly the Gary Russen program on YouTube. This is Eddie Money and Take Me Home Tonight on GJRB Online.
I shouldn't wonder when I feel with my appetite, with all the power to release it. It isn't safe to walk the city streets alone. Anticipations run through me. Let's find a key and turn this engine on. I can feel you breathe. I can feel your heartbeat faster. Just like a runner say, be my little baby. Oh, oh, oh. I can't find tears in all the storms. I get nervous, I hate to sleep alone. I need some company, a guardian angel, to keep me warm when the cold winds blow. I can feel you breathe. I can feel your heartbeat faster. Take me home tonight. I don't wanna let you go till you see the light. Take me home tonight. Listen, honey, just like Ronnie said, be my little baby. Be my little baby. Just like Ronnie said, I said, just like Ronnie said, be my little baby. Baby, my darling. I feel a hunger. It's a hunger. Take me home tonight. I don't wanna let you go till you see the light. Take me home tonight. Listen, honey, just like Ronnie said, be my little baby. Take me home tonight. I don't wanna let you go till you see the light. Take me home tonight. Listen, honey, just like Ronnie said, be my little baby. Home tonight. I don't wanna let you go till you see the light. Take me home tonight. Listen, honey, just like Ronnie said, be my little baby. Home tonight.
And of course, you were able to see me before, but you don't see me no more because I'm now on the radio. So if you are watch the video side on the GGRB TV YouTube channel, the transmission ended because again it froze up on me, and I had to forcefully end the YouTube transmission. So now I am on the GJRB Online on Spreaker. You can find me by going into my Twitter. That's I'm the Radio Maniac, and you'll see the Antique Radio emblem there. And just hit the button there that shows the chat room, and go in there, and you can chat with me here on Spreaker in the Spreaker chat room, and of course in the on Twitter as well, and catch my show audio only, because that's going to do it for today as far as YouTube. So the YouTube channel, as a matter of fact, I didn't really prepare for an ending to the YouTube video anyway. I always like to put little ending credits and give credit to all the sources of news that I do on here, because then I feel that then it's, I'm not, stealing any copyright or anything like that. And I believe that it's okay if you give credit to the people who produce those news stories online. I just I'm giving it over-the-air credit, and there you go. Hey, tell you what we're doing. It's 4:55, 5 minutes now before the hour, the top of the hour, 5 o'clock Central Daylight Time here on GJRB Online. It's time now for Weather on the Fives. Take a look at some temperatures across America right now. 93 degrees in Los Angeles, California, and sunny. Cedar Rapids, Iowa, checking in 69 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Des Moines, Iowa, 74. Sunny. Salem, Massachusetts now 62 degrees and sunny. In North Platte, Nebraska, looking at 82 degrees and sunny. Paducah, Kentucky at 92 degrees. Houston, Texas is checking in at 94. And let's take a look at some other cities down the line here a little bit. Tampa, Florida, Tampa Bay, 88 degrees and mostly cloudy. Port St. Lucie, not far away, they're about 83 degrees. And those are some of the areas, and we'll take a look at some more temperatures a little later on. Weather on the Fives, 25 and 45 past the hour on all music shows, 25 and 55 on all talk shows. And anytime in the hour it ends in 5 here on the Gary Russen program on GJRB Online Network. And thank you for tuning in to the program. We got a lot more stuff coming up in the last hour, including our program schedule and, of course, Spreaker shout-outs and a little bit more news and stuff. So stay tuned for that. You're listening to the Gary Russen program on GJRB Online Network.
You hear great jazz on GJRB with the best of jazz, up-and-coming jazz, smooth jazz, and smooth afternoon.
If you can't get enough of jazz and you live in the Quad Cities area, tune in to KALA, St. Ambrose University in Davenport, Iowa, at 88.5 on the FM dial. Along with some of that great smooth jazz, you'll hear a lot of great jazz programming.
And programming in other great music formats.
Like blues, urban, including rap, also classic R&B and Motown with David Baker on Rewind, Friday nights at 6 p.m. Central. In addition, you get programming in Spanish and some great gospel programming too. For more information on that great programming you'll hear, check out their schedule at www.sau.edu/KALA. Even if you don't live in the Quad Cities area, you can enjoy KALA anywhere in the world with their internet stream. Connect with KALA, listen, and enjoy.
Recently, the owner of Facebook had to face Congress over personal information on Facebook users. In addition, users were saying that their postings were being deleted. Getting sick and tired of your censorship and your data being used without your permission? Do something about it now. Come to MeWe, the internet social site that values your freedom. No more deleted postings. Make a step to freedom. Sign up today. It's easy. Go to www.MeWe.com. That's M-E-W-E. MeWe, the internet's free speech social site.
End times are upon us, and we need to know what's happening. Knowing the truth is key to survival. There are lots of news events going on in the world that have certain significance to end-time happenings. Listen, as men and women gather to discuss the news and how it lines up with Bible prophecy on the last 7 days. Uploaded as a podcast Wednesdays and run live every third Friday at 12 o'clock noon Central on GJRB. End times are upon us, and we need to know what's happening. Knowing the truth is key to survival. There are lots of news events going on in the world that have certain significance to end-time happenings. Listen, as men and women gather to discuss the news and how it lines up with Bible prophecy on the last 7 days. Uploaded as a podcast Wednesdays and run live every third Friday at 12 o'clock noon Central on GJRB.
And we are on the air on Spreaker only audio here on GJRB Online. We were on YouTube over the last hour and a half, ending at about 4:38 Central Daylight Time, and now we are just here on Spreaker, and we're going to stay here through the duration, through the rest of the show. So we're going to end it right here on Spreaker. And it's fun doing the first hour and a half, and I think we're just going to do 2 hours on YouTube. I'm just going to have to do a little sandwich in between with radio while I revise the Spreaker, the X-Split broadcaster to go back up and then start the streaming over again. It's just every once in a while, and it's fact that usually when I do a video version of that program, I'm going to only make it for 2 hours, and it will. And if it does freeze in that particular point, I'll have to take a break and come over to the radio side and continue, and then go back during a local break. So the FM side is part of this when we do this, so that I can work on flipping over during that time. So I usually use like the 5-minute news at the top of the hour to do the flip over. But since we've been on for well over an hour and a half on the YouTube side, we're just going to stay on radio pretty much during this time. A little past 5 o'clock, so I'm going to kind of skip the tone because it's 1 minute too late. A little past the hour, 5:01 Central Daylight Time, 6:01 Eastern Time. And it is 3:05 Pacific and 3:01 Pacific, and you are listening to the Gary Russen program on GJRB Online Network on Spreaker. And thank you for tuning in to the program, and thank you for listening to the show. And coming up after we get done here on Spreaker will be Zach Friller, I think, unless he's already been on. But we got to bring you some of his great music. He does a great show on Friday at 6 o'clock, plays some great music, country and all that good stuff, so tune in for that. And then later on, about 8 o'clock, we bring you some more great music. We'll just kind of run it through, and then later on in the evening, on our 9-foot signal, 80 Spreaker FM 88.9, I bring you Jimmy Church and Fade to Black. And then we have 11 o'clock, of course, Spaced Out Radio. All right, I'll tell you what we're going to do right now in this hour. We're going to kind of do some more news, and more news and comment, and more scroll through social media. So we're going to do that. I'm glad I didn't uninstall the Spreaker Studio console, because I think that I was going to need it today. If for any reason it was going to freeze up on me like it did. So it's best that I did what I did there. But it was fun doing that, and we'll do it again. I'll be doing that once a month. For now, the video once a month, and then as I try to see if I can learn a little bit about XSplit and how I can accommodate it, and maybe perhaps do something different with it. I could maybe perhaps do a full-length show on YouTube only, but for now I think that that's pretty much how that's going to go. And pretty much I could just do a video on YouTube, well, not YouTube, we were just there, Facebook, but I just think I'm just going to stick with the audio for a while. I think an hour and a half of me on screen is enough. But anyway, let's see. I'm going to go back over to my database where I'm looking for my segment I call Scroll Through Social Media, which I already kind of introduced at the last half hour. But I always do that just to let you know what we're doing here. Okay, let's see here. Remember, that's on the top because it starts with A scroll through social media. Okay, so let me see. Let's go down here. See, it's all in a matter of alphabetical order. Okay, I always have to go down there and look for my and if I can't find it, usually end up having area scrolls under S. Should be able to find that. Good grief. Okay. All right. There we go. Okay, so we're going to continue.
Now, let's scroll through social media.
Okay, this hour I think we're going to go in and visit Twitter. And we were on Facebook last hour, so we're going to kind of see where we can find some stuff. And I'm going to post at the same time. So that's what I'm doing. I want to, first of all, make sure that I'm down to 100%, because for some reason, that page was large for some reason. I'm going to see if, okay. Yeah, it is. Okay, for some reason that's large. That's pretty huge. I'm wondering if I have to go back and reduce that page down to 100%. No, down to 100. Okay, nope. That's too high. Reset. Okay, there we go. Alrighty, now I think we got it. All right, I'm just gonna post that we are now on radio. We were on YouTube, and I'll do that while I'm playing a song. So I'm gonna probably throw in another tune from our playlist here, and so we'll do that while we're playing a song. Meanwhile, we'll just kind of scroll through social media for a little bit, and then we'll post, because I really don't think there's anybody on here today to even listen to the station. So I'm just going to fool around with it. I'm going to, let's see, throw in the news here. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I wanted to go into Twitter where I was at before. Remember, if you want to catch me and talk to me live, you can do that. I am the Radio Maniac. I am on Twitter. You see that antique radio emblem, which shows my site there. Born in Pittsburgh, PA, only brother of 4 sisters, graduated Blackhawk College with an AA degree in broadcasting. You'll see that there, and it will show the antique radio emblem. GJRB Online shows our show title right now, the Gary Russen program 91319. Picking up from YouTube stream will continue on YouTube in the last hour. I've changed my mind on that. As I told you earlier, we are going to stay here. So just to let you know that we're going to stay here through the duration of the rest of the program. Okay, so no more YouTube for the rest of the show, and I will work on a new plan with that show as I continue. Now, like I said before, I would probably do this once a month for now. Until I kind of get back to used to using the XSplit broadcaster, till I get used to doing the videos live again like that, and be able to know how it operates, how I can make it stay on longer without freezing, different things like that. Until then, I'm just going to do it 2 hours on YouTube, 1 hour on Spreaker. So, and I'll sandwich it in between so I could do 2 streams. So the next time we do this will be in October. I'll plan another YouTube stream video show, and we'll try it on a Wednesday and see, maybe we can get some listeners. We might even try a nighttime show on a Monday night or something, or a Tuesday night. Not Monday night. Not even Tuesday night, because that's just like the exact opposite of caramel conservative. So I'm going to probably make it either Wednesday or again, like today, a Friday program, and do it on YouTube with 2 hours, 1 hour. The first hour on YouTube, second hour Spreaker, third hour back on YouTube. So I'll do it that way next time. We'll kind of move it around a little bit. Maybe the next time we do it, then we'll do we'll start on radio and then flip over to YouTube. So they'll do various different ways, because I haven't really got anything on it, and no bites whatsoever. It was just like dead on there anyway. It's just like it is here. But I just kind of have fun doing the videos anyway. But we are now scrolling through social media on Twitter, and there's Donald Trump. Great news about the work we are doing for illegal immigration. Representative Matt Gaetz, Trump's crackdown on illegal immigration succeeding. The Border Patrol arrest numbers for August show that while the illegal immigration crisis persists, they can be no dispute in the strategy. And this is according to a Fox News report, so I'm going to go to that page now and see what we got here. This is from a Fox News site showing that August at America's southern border was usually hot and dry, but the two notable exceptions were the hurricanes and the floods and people entering illegally. Here is more now from the Fox video feed.
Well, President Trump making illegal immigration a major issue in today's North Carolina special elections. Listen.
Support for sanctuary cities is disloyalty to American citizens, and McCready wants sanctuary cities. Tomorrow is your chance to send a clear message to the America-hating left.
So should Democrats be worried that immigration will be a hot topic again in 2020? Here to debate is former Georgia Congressman Jack Kingston and Democratic strategist Kevin Chavis. Thank you both for joining us this morning. We certainly appreciate it. Jack, I will start with you. Just your response to what you heard the president say there.
He's absolutely right. The governor of North Carolina just vetoed a law that the state legislature passed requiring local officials to cooperate with ICE. And one of the people that they had released was accused of murder, of rape of a child. So you look at the statistics, 7% of the American population are non-American, yet 24% of the drug crimes on a federal level, 25% of the property crimes, 28% of the fraud crimes are because of non-Americans. And it's not just immigration-related violations. There is, as you pointed out, murder, theft, burglary, rape, kidnapping is even included. So an elected official is supposed to look after the safety and protection of their people, and when they don't do that, they are being disloyal to their constituents.
Kevin, I want to get your response to this, and we can bring up the story that we just talked about, the latest news coming out of North Carolina of the undocumented immigrants released. 489 detainers declined by law enforcement. And we're talking about crimes, sex offenses, kidnapping, even homicide. North Carolina, not the only place that this is happening. We also have a map of all the different sanctuary cities. And we keep hearing about these reports of these violent offenders being released. What is your take on this?
Well, I personally think that violent offenders should not be released. If people have been charged with serious crimes, regardless of whether they're illegal or legal immigrants, they need to be detained. But we know, based on stats, that illegal immigrants are actually less likely to commit crimes than natural-born citizens and even legal immigrants. So fortunately, these cases of illegals that commit these horrible crimes are in the minority. They're not the everyday or typical example. And I think that it is a perversion of the issue to take these horrible examples and make them look like they are the mainstream case. And that's not the case, but we know that's what this election will boil down to. Immigration is one of the top three issues, I believe, on both sides of the aisle, Democrats and Republicans, and it will be important in this North Carolina race. And I think Donald Trump, it's probably smart of him to paint McCready as a person who wants open borders and supports releasing illegals who commit violent crimes, but it's a bit of a distortion of the truth. We'll see what the voters think today. Yeah,
Jack, is it a distortion to say that many of the potential 2020 Democratic candidates for president are in favor of open borders? They're in favor of, giving health benefits, health coverage to illegal immigrants, amongst a lot of other things?
We see it over and over again where Democratic candidates run and say, well, I'm not part of the Pelosi Schumer philosophy, and yet when they get up there, that's exactly who they vote for leadership.
And of course it keeps freezing anyway, but basically just continues on this whole border issue. Again, it's the people still want to, come over legally, and they don't want to follow the rules and come in the right way. Just, continues to do that. The border officials carried out 64,000 apprehensions in August. That was a whopping 56% decline from May's 133,000 and down from July's 72,000. Equally notable the fact that this is the first time in 5 years that the border apprehension has decreased during the summer months. And it's comforting to see Trump administration animated in its bold plan to secure our borders and protect our nation. And what is that? What it's about, folks? Really, that's what it is. And let's see what else we got. Let's see. We have a refresh here. I'm going to go back to the top of the page here and see what else we can find. We've got some NASCAR stuff in sports. From WQAD, police arrested a man who was accused of raping an 11-year-old after the girl's mother came home from work to find him hiding inside a bedroom. So that's kind of that's out of the Quad Cities. Prosecutors raped a man who raped an 11-year-old in Washington girl he met on Snapchat. So that's an interesting one. Going to WTAE in Pittsburgh, Movie Pass game-changing ticket service is shutting down in Pittsburgh. Let's see what else we can find here. Some drive-in movie theater stuff. I like to look at those. Further down the line, let's see. Live Now. Crowder debate stream. Steven Crowder. He's we got Mike Myers on here. He's a big fan of him. Fan of football. There's plenty of activities to enjoy this weekend. The Pittsburgh area and the game at the center. Let's see what else we can find. We're gonna have to follow that because we've been busy enjoying the beginning of football that we haven't been covering the Cubs. I'm going to do a short sports page conversational segment here coming up in a little bit here on the Gary Russen program here on GGRB Online here on Spreaker. Meanwhile, let's see, got more here on this stuff on Twitter from the Hill. Let's see, it keeps on jumping up and down, so it's hard to maintain that video. Donald Trump and the let's see, we're doing it again here. Just up a page here. Donald Trump, the light said, "What's with the light bulb?" I said, "Here's a story that I looked at it. The bulb that we are being forced to use. Number one, to me, most importantly, light's no good and always looks orange. So do you." Light is worst. Okay, well, I don't really care. Okay, I'm going to go down the page a little bit. Let's see, further down. Got some more interesting stuff here. Some interesting stuff. If you want to follow me on YouTube, you can do that. I am the radio on Spreaker. Try it again. Follow me on Twitter. And I am the Radio Maniac on there, and you can listen to the radio show by going in there. You'll see the Gary Russen program 913 on there, and you can click right there and check out that page. All right. And you're listening to the Gary Russen program here on GJRB Online. This is the radio end of the YouTube video, which we just completed, and we're going to wrap up this program with the final part coming up. We got about 6 minutes and 58 seconds left, 5:58 left in this segment. So we're going to be flipping over to the final part coming up next here on GJRB Online, and we'll close out this program with our regular features. One more weather on the fives for Clinton, Iowa coming up. And then we're going to give you the Spreaker shout-outs and wrap up our show for today here on GJRB Online. So stay tuned for that. And I'm going to give me a song to go out on. Let's see while we go up here and pull up a song off our regular playlist. And do that. Just our regular playlist, and pull up another tune out of that. from the 80s. So we'll kind of flip over to that last song was from the late 80s, I think. Yeah, Take Me Home Tonight. Okay, we were the 70s. We're going to throw in some music here and get ready for the break. And come back with more of the Gary Russen program, Freestyle Friday edition, here on GJRB Online, here on Spreaker. Wrapping up the second half of the coming off the YouTube channel. We are now here on Spreaker to wrap up that show, and we'll do another YouTube video next month. Okay, we'll do another one next month. I'll work on a show for midweek on a Wednesday. Let's do a Wednesday next time we do this show. Midweek edition, semi-freestyle. We'll find some stories for that program, and I'll line up some stuff for that. So listen for that. That's coming up on the future edition here on GJRB Online. And we're going to go out, take a break, and I'll be right back with more of this program here on GJRB Online. We'll take you out with Glenn Medeiros and Nothing's Gonna Change My Love for You. We'll be right back. The Gary Russen program on GJRB.
If I had to live my life without you near me, the days would all be empty. The nights would seem so long. With you I see forever oh so clearly. I might have been in love before, but I never felt this strong. Our dreams are young and we both know they'll take us where we want to go. Hold me now, touch me now, I don't want to live without you. Nothing's gonna change my love for you. You ought to know by now how much I love you. One thing you can be sure of, I've never asked for more than your love. Nothing's gonna change my love for you. You ought to know by now how much I love you. The one may change my whole life, but nothing's gonna change my love for you. If the road ahead is not so easy, our love will lead a way for us, like the guiding star. I'll be there for you if you should need me. You don't have to change a thing. I love you just the way you are. So come with me and share the view. I'll help you see forever too. Hold me now, touch me now, I don't want to live without you. Nothing's gonna change my love for you. You ought to know by now how much I love you. One thing you can be sure of, I'll never ask for more than